It's been exactly 1 year since I've actually made a YouTube video on this channel. Let's get the swing of things again. Hi guys, my name is Rachel and welcome back to a video. Today I'll be answering a question that sparked my interest. Now it's regarding loans and attending a university, and I thought, well, it's regarding a new student who's wondering how they would progress through life and which is the best motive to go down through, either just going for a job just to boost up their finances or actually attend university to get some form of degree. Now, the student in question, they're not from the UK. Being from the UK, it's going to be relatively different from my perspective to where they're from. Now, from my understanding, in the United States, you have to pay up front. You need to, well, someone's told me that you need to start saving up from the day you're born, and yeah, it's quite expensive there. And with other countries, it's relatively similar, so save up from there. But in the UK, minus Scotland. Scotland's got their own thing going on. Within the UK, England and Wales mainly. With university, I was fortunate enough to get into the bandwagon where there's a 3k loan you have to pay off. But entering university is free. But how things go, you get a certain amount of grants and the loan itself. So the rules with how things go is that, well, after 30 years, if you don't pay back your loan, they just tend to forget you and write it off. But every year they send a letter to you asking to update your details and ask where you are in life. Not much has changed for me, and I'll get around to explaining my outcome from university and whatnot later on. So it's to my understanding that the student in question asked me about loans and attending university. So I'm aware of their location. I don't want to disclose it. I would like to keep this video more open to the people, so you can relate to it somewhere. Oh, and by the way, Scotland is free to university. There's no loans and whatnot. It would have been nice to go to Scotland, but no, I would have to obey to the laws and regulations of England and Wales. So it's a bit of a pain. So it's a bit unfortunate for me. So they've told me that someone in their life is requesting them to go to university, but there is an upfront fee of, I believe, $5,000. Yeah, don't quote me on that. Just the number is bubbling up in my head. So there's also quite a bit of financial concern within the family, and both parties are rather disgruntled with each other. One states that it's wise for you to go to university to get yourself a good, decent job, while the student in question is addressing that it's a bit redundant to fork out a loan just to go to university where you'll have to pay out so-and-so after that. And considering how tight money is right now. Now, the thing with loans, and honestly, I'm going to be completely honest with you, and I'm going to be utterly brutal with you, taking out a loan is going to be the most idiotic idea you could ever do. Really. That's the most politest way I'm going to be with you, really. It's absolutely idiotic, really. Paying off a loan with very little income coming in is absolutely the illogical way to go with it. Now, take it with me. I left university 3 years ago. I tried to develop a business of my own. That's more in the planning stages right now. And I'm trying to look for some form of work, either customer-based services or something based around in the media. Right now, it's a complete, utter struggle to actually find anything or anyone to accept you. So, I'm attending a jobs fair later on this week. Well, whenever you see this, I'm attending to a jobs fair. So I'm trying to locate a few employers that may be interesting for me and for them. It's a catch-22 of everything. But realistically, if I'm struggling to find some form of work, then how would it make any difference for the said student to fork out $5,000 to go to university to get a similar sort of degree as my own, but still struggle at the same time? Now, I don't know how the jobs market is in this said country where the student is, but within the UK, it's absolutely terrible, really. There are jobs, but people are not employing proper talent. So I could rant about that, but that's for another video at some point. So, really, from someone who came from university, I totally do recommend going and enrolling for a course, but it is wise to actually get a source of income coming in. That is the main focus that you need to focus on right now. Income. There is no need to apply for a loan. There is no need to fork out so many thousands of dollars for a course, which is going to be a catch-22 of trying to get some form of work. There is a better chance of you actually going out there, finding whatever job at minimum wage and making something off that, because it's still minimum wage. And if you're still living with your parents or whatever, then that's going to be fine. It's a starting point. You can save up so much money from that. You're not exactly forking out for electrical bills, transport, or whatever. As soon as you get some form of work, you need to understand how to calculate what income you're coming in. So, for example, the minimum wage right here in the UK is, well, for over 25s, is £7.50 an hour. So, every hour, well, for me, I would need to calculate which would go into, what will go into paying my loan, what will go into my rent for the house, and what food I could buy. So that's important. It's really important. So, realistically, if the parent of this video is watching, parent of this video, sorry, keep in mind, it's been a year since I last made a video on this channel, and I'm a bit screw with everything. So if the parent of this student is watching this video, hi, realistically, it is well advised if you let your child pursue a minimum wage job. That will be a starting point. That'll be a starting point. She is only... No, wait. Keep the age out of this so it's a bit more relatable to everyone. Keep that in mind, Rachel, don't be stupid. She may be your child, and she is approaching an adult age. It is her responsibility to... But I'm saying it. Sex now. I'm rubbish at that. I'm totally throwing this out all over the place. It's her responsibility as an approaching adult to make up her own thought plans. She needs to get in the groove of making her own mistakes, making her own succession. Because if she doesn't do it now, she's going to screw up later in life. And I'm going to be honest with you. When I turned 18, it was my responsibility to come up with my own thoughts and my own thought plans. Because that's how things go. As soon as you're 18, you're an adult. That's it. Of course, Of course, it doesn't mean that she won't take any of your advice. It's your duty as a parent to throw out as much advice as you can, but it's her responsibility to take it or not. Because it's her own life, and being an adult, no one should pick on what she can't and can't do. I mean, if I'm going to be honest with you, if she screws up, it's her own fault. If she's a succession, more power to her. If she doesn't make any mistakes, how is she going to learn? You know? Trust me, I've made so many mistakes, and my dad said, "Oh, well, you should have listened to me," you know. Yeah, I know. Don't worry, I'm in that same boat, don't worry. My dad still looks out for me, but I always inform him of what I want to do and how I'm going to do it, and says, "Is it going to cost you money?" I said, "No, it's not going to cost me money." "Right, okay, what you do, go do it." "Is it going to hurt yourself?" No, it's not going to hurt me. So, let me see if I've covered everything. I think I may have rambled on a bit too much, but I did explain, and, God, bloody damn it. I did explain about the loan. I'm just looking through the notes that she sent me. Better job. Yeah, I spoke about that. Minimum wage. Depends. Able to afford a house. Now again, being able to afford a house, other things like that. I just briefly touched it with my minimum wage chart thing. When she actually gets some form of work, she can save up for it. Now, it'll be her choice if she wants to pursue a form of work or go to university. It's her choice. So she could get whatever money comes out of that job, put it in little areas. So again, for her, she could take out money for bills to help you, for bills to put forward to either a house or university, and take out a bit for, rubbish, because, we're going to be at that age where we want to buy some certain merch and whatnot from our favourite program or whatnot. So it's always a good idea to save up a little bit of junk money for merch and whatnot, and for food, of course, because she's got to have that responsibility of saving up for enough money for food and money for junk, basically. She's got to have a hobby, got to have a bit of fun here and there. But of course, important to pay off the bills and university or house, because it doesn't matter what age you apply for university. University is unlimited. I mean, for goodness sake, she's young, she could do whatnot. I mean, when did I start university? I started university in 2011. So I would have been 19 years old. I wasn't bang on 18 when I started, so it doesn't matter. I finished university in 2014, so that would have made me 3 years ago. 22? 22, yeah. I was 22 when I left university. So it doesn't matter what age you attend university. I mean, I've seen mature students all over campus, and I still see them when I'm having an occasional visit. So it doesn't matter when she starts, as long as she's got some form of income coming in, and she has a keen idea of where to go in life, then that's all that matters. And it's your responsibility of a parent to be supportive of whatever she does, even if it's going to be a complete utter fuck up. But if it's going to be a complete utter fuck up of whatever she plans to do, then you should establish some advice towards it. And of course, again, and I'm repeating myself, it's her responsibility to take that advice or not, because it is her life. And it's your duty to be a parent to watch over her and make sure that she does the right things in life. But making sure that she makes her own choices. Okay? So I hope that's alright. It was quite an eye-opener for me, and I felt the need to express my concern regarding it. So I hope I'm not intruding on anything. I just thought, considering someone who's came from university, I believe that my opinion will be, not taken so lightly. I've had the experience, and I totally do recommend going to it. But that's just me saying, oh, it's free to attend, but there's going to be like a 3k loan at the end of it. But these days it's 9k loan, so I don't know what's going to happen over the next few years, but it's none of my concern, because my brother has no interest in going to university. So he's seen the 9k loan and thought, no. But yes, I'm going to end off the video there, because I'm not sure how brain's collapsing. I'm not sure how long this video has gone on for, but I thought I shouldn't make it too long, because... But I hope it's all informational for you, and if you have any other questions regarding the situation, that's to the students or the parent that I'm directing this to. If you have any questions regarding university or loans and whatnot, please get in contact with me. I'd be more than happy to listen to what other questions you may have a one-to-one with you. I may add my email at the bottom of this video. I'm not sure which one though, because I have a work email and a business email, so I'm not going to put any of my personal emails down there. My Outlook is a mess. And I've also have my Twitter as well. That's if I remember it. I'm sure one of you will give me a yell and say, "Oi, contact details on this now." But yeah, I'll end it off for there. Hope you're having a wonderful day, wherever you are, maybe. I used to have an ending saying. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and hope to see you in my next video, whenever that might be. Take care. Bye-bye.